Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm not coming to you with a Twisted Disney video because, as you can probably tell, I'm rather sick and I feel like I've been sick for most of February, and because February is so short that's actually a possibility. So I've been so sick lately and I just have not had the energy or the will to sit down and cover my face in special effects makeup. So, what I'm going to do today, now that I'm feeling a little bit better but I'm still fairly crap, I'm actually going to come to you with my February favourites. I've only got a couple of beauty favourites, so I wanted this video to focus more on my non-beauty favourites, the things that got me through February. So let's get right into it. I will start with my beauty favourites though, so for those of you who come here for beauty, this is for you. So, an old favourite, my Illamasqua Hydra Veil. So, when I get sick, my skin just feels like it gets so dehydrated and all of the moisture just sucks out of it. The Hydra Veil, which I use before I do anything else and let it set into my skin, just really nourishes the skin and primes it and makes it really nice and plump and soft, ready to go in with foundation. And kind of speaking of it, I'm not wearing any makeup today because, again, sick, not feeling like it. But yeah, the Hydra Veil, absolutely amazing. If you have not yet tried it, I totally suggest trying it. On the same kind of hydrating pathway, I've been really loving the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation. My Garnier BB cream, which is what I would normally use for a very natural look, has gotten a little bit old, so it's starting to oxidize and go just the wrong kind of tone. The Nearly Naked suits me perfectly. It's the perfect colour. It's really easy to blend out. I just use a wet beauty blender. You can use your fingertips as well, and it not only provides moisture into the skin, coverage, but it actually stays on quite well. I actually wore that foundation to Soundwave, which is a music festival, and that was 2 days, plus I'm sick, plus it was 40-degree weather, so that's pretty good in my book. Along with that kind of holding and setting power, I've also got the Ben Nye Final Seal. Now, this isn't something I would recommend using every single day for your makeup, just because it, you know, it does have alcohol in it. That's what helps set it, and it's not going to be too great for your skin. However, for special occasions, like I often use this on weddings, I use it all the time for special effects, and I used it on both days of the weekend that I went to Soundwave because we had, no joke, 40 degrees Celsius weather for both days. It's hot, it's sweaty. I was pretty much, you could actually see the sweat like dripping down mine and everybody else's faces. It was horrible weather, but it was amazing nonetheless. This really helped to keep my makeup on. Not that I think makeup's such a big deal for Soundwave, but one day I had work and then I had to go from work to Soundwave, so I kind of had to have a little bit on just to, you know, not show that I'm completely and utterly sick. And it kept it on. I was so amazed, and I was barely, you know, I was just mascara, base, that was it. But it kept it on. I was so impressed. So yeah, this definitely amazing. I will be, once this runs out, getting another big bottle so I can have a couple of little bottles for here, there and everywhere. And I believe that's actually all of my beauty favourites. I told you I haven't been doing much of my makeup this kind of month. There is a skincare favourite I do have though, and that is the Bio Oil. This used to be a really integral part to my skincare routine long time ago, and I just stopped using it. Not quite sure why, I don't remember. But recently, I'm not one to pick my face. I'm not. However, I had two kind of really bad, you can sort of still see the scar here, just really bad acne just came up. And I just couldn't help myself. And even if I'd left it, it still would have left a pretty bad scar actually, because it was one of those really deep ones. So as soon as it started to heal up, I started incorporating the Bio Oil back into my routine. Just using a really small amount and kind of really pressing it into the skin. Not only did it clear up the redness, softened the skin, and just kind of smooth the skin over, it really helped prevent the scar. I do have an actual indent scar because it was a really deep one. There's not much I can do about that, but it has really helped with the actual skin texture and that sort of thing, especially around here as well. And when I started getting sick, obviously my nose gets really red and rubbed up by the tissues. I've been applying it around there, and that's kind of helped to put my foundation on the next day because it's not going to be dry and scaly and gross. So Bio Oil back into my routine again. Beautiful, so now we're on to the non-beauty favourites. So I'm going to start with a food favourite because when I get sick, I am a pathetic creature, as anyone can tell you. I kind of retreat into myself. I'm all wrapped up. Not that I could. Can I just tell you, while I've had my cold, we have been in the middle of a heat wave in Adelaide, and not only, it's not, a cold is not the end of the world, but it's really difficult to deal with a cold when it's 40-degree weather, because all you want to do is just wrap yourself up, be a pathetic creature laying in bed all day. But you know what? You can't. You have to sit in front of the aircon and the fan because it's 40 freaking degrees. Anyway, so I eat a lot. It's terrible. And a food favourite of mine has been the Kraft hazelnut spread. I think this may possibly just be an Australian product. I'm not sure. Let me know down below if it isn't. This is the smooth. This is, as a friend once Snapchatted me, pretty much like Ferrero Rocher in a jar. It's amazing. It's delicious. I've had it on bread maybe once. It's mainly been on spoons. We won't continue that. Right, now going into music favourites. I actually have 2 music favourites. I think I mentioned one of them. No. Maybe my January favourites possibly. I'm not quite sure. Which is the Fall Out Boy album, which I actually purchased on iTunes, so I don't have the physical CD. That album is absolutely amazing. I got to hear some of it when Fall Out Boy performed at Soundwave. Most intense mosh, can I just say? I don't understand. Like, you know, Fall Out Boy is someone that you'll probably hear on the radio. They're a little bit more, you know, popular culture. So I was not expecting, and I've been in some pretty intense mosh pits in my time, I was not expecting this craziness. The guy next to me, and there was only like one guy in my kind of area, and I'm up the front, and he's like, I didn't know girls could be so vicious, because I'm surrounded by under 18 girls, and you know they're under 18 because I have to have a pink wristband on. And I'm just surrounded by, and they are pushing and they are shoving, and we're all pretty much as tight as you can possibly get. And I just couldn't understand it. I'm like, I've been in pits with circle pits and with the wall, and this is mental. What is going on? Fangirls apparently scarier than metalheads. Never thought I'd ever say that. Anyway, so Fall Out Boy, amazing album. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. It's American Beauty, American Psycho. And that song, okay, so the American Beauty, American Psycho song on the album, it's probably not so much my favourite. I didn't really like it. However, when I heard it live, it is one of those songs that just comes to life on the stage. So that's now kind of one of my favourites. Crazy. The second one, which I do have a physical CD of, and which is really exciting, is Falling in Reverse's Just Like You. And as you can see, it's signed. So unfortunately I couldn't meet Falling in Reverse at Soundwave because I could only really go in the afternoon because I was sick as a dog. I just wanted to go for the bands. So unfortunately I missed out on an autograph ticket. However, JB Hi-Fi had a little deal going on that if you pre-ordered it at a certain time, you would get it signed. And it's signed, and it's so exciting. And I got to see them live, and it's amazing. And Falling in Reverse is actually the only band that I have every single album of. It's not hard, there's 3, but every single one of. This, even though it only just came out a couple of days ago, it came out on the 20th? I think 20th. Or 19th, somewhere around that time. It came out basically the day before they performed in Adelaide, which I think is pretty scary to, you know, come on stage and perform some songs from a new album that has only been out for barely 24 hours. So good though. Favourites on it, Wait and See. Oh my god. That's one of my repeat offenders at the moment. And Brother, amazing. So this, such a good album. Love Falling in Reverse, always will. Okay, next I have a DVD favourite. This is what was it? I think it was a Valentine's Day present for my partner. This is what we do for each other. So it's the Sherlock set. Now, I've watched all of Sherlock before, but I spotted this, and this is not only all 9 episodes, but over 5 hours of special features and new audio commentaries. And because I'm a filmmaker, I'm obsessed with special features and commentaries to an unhealthy degree. And when I saw that, I freaked out because, you know, it's amazing. And so Jason ended up actually getting it for me for Valentine's Day, which was amazing. So we started going back and watching all that again. I now have sort of another food favourite, sort of not. They're the Vicks Vapor Drops. These are the butter menthol flavour. These are the only ones that actually work for me. The butter menthols that are known kind of more as the lolly sort of thing, they were the only ones that I could ever handle. Strepsils have always burn my throat, and not in a good way. These ones, not only do they not taste terrible, but they actually clear out my nose and soothe my throat, and they are so good. And this is my second packet. They have helped me live. basically. Okay, so my book favourite is really heavy, especially because I'm weak and pathetic at the moment. It is the Harry Potter, what is it called? Page to Screen, The Complete Filmmaking Journey. It's huge. It's actually huge. This is an amazing book. It's funny, this has been a month of me using all the presents Jason has ever purchased for me. See, it's heavy. Yeah, it's an amazing book, and it describes, as it says, the journey from page to screen, so adapting the novel. It goes through casting, production design, costume design, makeup design, special effects, you know, working with the actors' feelings on it. It's an amazing book. I've got a similar one for Supernatural as well, which once I finish reading this one, I'll actually go and probably read that. I've skimmed through them both, but now I'm actually reading it in detail. It's an amazing book. I got it as a present years ago. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well, and share it with friends if you would like. And I will be back next week with some special effects, Disney, my Twisted Disney series. I'm hoping to be better by this weekend, because I'm turning 21 this weekend, and there's a party involved, and this is still not good. So yeah, fingers crossed for me, and hopefully I feel better. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in my Twisted Disney series.